It was Punjabi McMundane batch. I think so. It's Indian.
Indian.
Yeah, the name is
kind of that kind of roll, all right. Listen to me, we're just going to go to the phone over to Martin because I hooked up with this guy. I had awful problems with my car. I don't know what I blew, but I blew something. Martin.
Yes, hello.
Hello, I met you down in the garage earlier on, didn't I? I used to do deliveries. I won't say what company it was for, but I used to do deliveries, and I met this guy Marcus, and yes, I seen his work, and I know you could tell me a little bit about your work that you have got done. You're representing GG Motors, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, my motor car was Marcus restored for me over the last year and a half. As it's one of the cars that's used for promotional purposes for the company.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus has been in the business for a long time in most mechanical end things, and mainly now body restoration on classic motor cars mainly. I got to know Marcus maybe a year and a half ago or so. I was actually looking for someone to restore my Ford Capri, which was had quite a lot of rust in it.
Beautiful motor.
It is a nice car, actually, and the great thing about it was it's the sort of car that could be used all the time. So that's what I wanted. I wanted a car that could be restored, but I could use it every day as well and be practical about it. So basically, I saw an advertisement for Marcus, and I got talking to a guy who actually got some work done off him there a while ago with Volkswagen Golf. And he's done a fabulous job restoring the car for this chap, so he recommended him highly. So after a chat with Marcus, I was very surprised because a lot of the guys I talked to previous about getting work done on the car did not want to repair the rust that was on it. They wanted to replace a lot of the panels. So unfortunately, with a car like that, once you start replacing panels, it's very hard to get stuff now in this day and age that fits very well. A lot of it is aftermarket reproduction.
I understand where you're coming from, Martin. I was walking in there and I seen that Golf. It's what was a Mark 1 or something, and he just tore the thing down to the metal and restored it to the full factory spec and put a 5-litre engine into this Golf.
Yeah.
But your car, that Capri, is one of my favourite cars of all time. And the restoring he done on that car was just phenomenal.
Oh, it was awesome. It really was awesome because the car originally was never the way it is now. Like, it was a completely different car, really. So, as I say, the rust that we had in the car as well, the guys wanted to replace panels. Marcus actually repaired those panels back to new again. He was able to cut away the offending metal, as we call it, the rusted metal, and he was able to fabricate in new panels into them, fabulous handcrafted panels into them.
So that's actually cheaper. He didn't have to go and buy any parts at all.
He didn't.
No any doors or any wings or any this.
To be honest with you, as you said yourself, seeing the amount of work he done on the Golf, I just couldn't believe the amount of workmanship he put into creating these panels for the car, that he could charge like that for it, because he's actually very reasonable price-wise as well. But also, he took a full photographic history of the car as he done the restoration, starting from all the metal cutting, all the welding, all the rust proofing, the protection primer he used on them as well. And the fact he brought the car back to bare metal as well means we could see every offending area on the car and treat it accordingly. So I was extremely pleased, and a thorough job on the car, and he created a car which I always wanted in the colour I wanted, and the finish on it was just fantastic. So much so that the car that I was meant to be driving every day has become difficult now because everybody wants to talk about it anywhere I go. So I have to add an extra bit of time onto every journey to talk to people.
So
about
the
car.
proof of our listeners here on 103.2 Dublin City FM, because all my listeners are car crazy, and I've played at a couple of the car shows and all the big ones, Heatwave, Kill Nights. What is this website? And I know you told them what you'd done to your car, but where can they get this done?
The website is called ggmotors.ie, and it'll come up and you'll see Marcus's name and mobile numbers on it as well. The site will highlight most, if not all, of the work so far that he's done on the classic end of things. It basically starts from a 1950s Riley up to current day cars. So, like, Marcus will look at any type of car, really. He doesn't discriminate against years or models, that's for sure, bringing right forward in anyway.
And even furniture as well.
he does a bit of everything and anything. I'm sure he'd paint the ceilings in your house if you want them done as well. He's a very accommodating, honest fella. And to be honest with you, after talking to a few people around the motor trade as well and getting them to look at my car, I just didn't get the feeling that I could trust them if I left the car with them. And with Marcus, I got a full service from beginning to end. A gentleman, kept me up to date with what was going on, really got me involved with it as well. I'd done a little bit of mechanical work with the car as well as Marcus done the body work. And I just felt that it was very family orientated sort of business, that everybody was happy to go into him and get some work done, and got a very good service back, really, at the end.
His name is famous for something, isn't it?
Well, his name he's named. I'm sure he'll tell you himself if you can get him on. He can be a bit shy at times, but he's named after his father. His father is basically Gigi. His name is Gigi, and he calls it Gigi Motors. But Marcus himself has honoured his father by calling the business Gigi Motors, really. So, it's in respect and a tip of the hat to his father. But Marcus himself, I'm sure it's a strong name going back to Normandy times or something like that. But he's a strong character and he's a very good businessman. He really knows how to treat his customers.
Do you know, Martin, I've had loads of people saying they look at my car. They all tell me to come out and look at the car, and they don't come.
It's very difficult. I found this is how I ended up with Marcus as well. It's very, very difficult to get somebody to look at a car in this day and age just on pictures or even on a phone call. I don't know. They're just most people just sort of fob it off and think that maybe they're getting a prank call really more than that. That's what I found. But no, I after bringing the car along to Marcus as well, I just found it fabulous. He was interested in the car. He's a general petrol head anyway. Like he has a Chevy V8 truck, his own truck there. He has Camaro there, his own car as well, and Trans Am.
RX-7.
He's an RX-7 in the corner as well. I use too many cars and too little space. The guy. He's as mad about cars as I am about eating.
It's like Pimp My Ride in Dublin.
It's Pimp My Ride on steroids. But he loves his cars, so it comes across when he's talking to you as well. And then when he really gets involved with the project as well, you can really feel that with him. He just really understands the cars, and he really wants to get the best he can for you out of it. So it's just a rare service in this day and age to get that somebody is that much into what they're doing that you actually get a good quality job like that done.
What I'm going to be thinking of doing, Martin, pretty soon, and hopefully you could come down as well. Yeah. I run my own club nights monthly. Well, I haven't done it in about a year now, but I'm thinking getting Marcus on board, and we run a club night, and maybe to lucky people we could do a dance off on stage. We'll give them something like a nice free service or something. But Bianca here hasn't said a word, so maybe I should get her to ask you a couple of questions as well.
Well, she may fire away and I'll answer as honestly as I can.
Hi, Martin, again.
Bianca, how are you?
Not too bad. I'm fine, actually.
Very good. Good show. I've been listening earlier on tonight. Fantastic show. Fair play to you.
Oh, thanks a lot. Martin, I like to call Marcus Aurelius, from the Gladiator, the owner of Gigi Motors.ie.
Yes, absolutely.
On his site, I see many times he's always available. What do you mean he's always available? Can't be always available over the night.
I think he draws a line under Christmas Day. That's about it, I'd say.
No,
he's actually, his availability is quite good because he's always on the mobile phone. He seems to be constantly on. I don't know how he gets work done, but no, he does. He answers everybody back. If he has calls logged or if he has messages through, he always makes a point of ringing people back to have a chat with them and see what it's all about. So. He's one in a million, really, to be honest with you. It's very rare you get that. But he does answer all his calls back, and he gets back to people and lets them know where they stand or if they want to come in for an estimate, or he actually arrives out at their house. He's actually given a service where he actually drives to people's houses and look at their project.
And he's not charging anybody for the tow truck service or the checks or pre-NCT.
I know
once they mention something.
That's right. It's an all-in sort of service he's offering there, and it's as I say, it's a rare thing. He actually will go out and he'll do it free of charge. He'll give you estimates, no quibble at all about it. And if you do take up the work with him, you do get, as I say, a lot of bonuses out of it. So yeah, it's great that he does come out and check out stuff for free. No questions asked. So it makes people feel a lot easier about getting something done because they don't feel like they have to pay for something straight away until they're happy with what they get.
So everyone which is coming to the ggmotors.ie from now on, let's say, and they will mention Global Transmission or Bianca and Fabio, they will get what they will get. Collect the car for free if the car it's like DJ Fabio.
Absolutely. With Fabio's car, we might have to charge him.
We already know that.
Absolutely. No. There's a lot of offers on with Marcus, but like obviously, like towing cars alone is an expensive business in itself, depending on distance as well. But every job that Marcus takes on, if it's a non-runner as well, he does that for free. He collects
collect the car for free.
Absolutely.
Diagnostic for free and print CT for free. Absolutely. And 30% discount if they mention Global Transmission or Fabio and Bianca.
Oh, you'll have to mention, I'd say Fabio and Bianca will be more important than Global Transmission.
Okay, Fabio and Bianca then.
you'll get one or both, but if there anything at all that's mentioned in relation to...
What's these free cinema tickets I want, he said he was giving the listeners? I want to see Godzilla.
No, well, I no doubt his cinema tickets consist of petrol head stuff. It's more like some car chase or some car being destructed or something like that. Godzilla might be a far cry, but you never know what you might get out of him now at this stage.
Martin, he's not on the list, Fabio. He's not on the list. Put him out.
He's not on the list.
He's on the list with the car.
Tell him to bring his car over. We look at it. No, but he does make a few offers to people as well because he's quite happy to have the custom as well. And it keeps, at the end of the day, it's like myself going to him as well. It makes you go back to him because you're getting a good service and you do get these little bonuses thrown in as well. And to be honest, when you're paying for towing or you're paying for diagnostics, it's all separate costs and NCTs and all these sort of things. It all adds up. So he's very conscious of basically the costs for motoring this country. So he does his best to provide a good service that people get basically value for money as well. And let's be honest, if they're getting that, they come back, won't they? So they get a good service. So that's really where he's coming from. So
always keep the customers happy is the thing, once you get them back, that's it.
Well, this is it. And he does. He has reoccurring people that crop up from time to time. They haven't seen them in a while. I remember I got such and such done off you. Can you look after my car or a neighbour's car or someone else? So it works very well for all concerned. Everybody gets good service and Marcus gets the business out of it as well. So, yes, he does treat his customers well. And I say good things come to good people. So he's obviously...
Or those who wait.
That's it. Well, those who wait. Well, hopefully you won't be waiting too long now for your car.
Martin, what I saw myself, and I'm a woman, I'm not really involved in the cars.
Yeah.
When I was going down there on the place, I saw a motorbike as well.
Oh, yes.
And I was completely, bit of shock because all the cars which is there. And anyhow, the problem is not everyone is coming down. How Fabio said before, not everyone comes straight away and see the car and diagnostic your car and telling you what's wrong with the car. Nobody can sell. And I'm saying this one more time. Nobody can say anything before check the car. It's like when you go to the doctor, you can't call your doctor and say, give me some pills. And the doctor will say, well, I give you some pills, but what kind of pills I can give you because I have to check you first.
Well,
no, seriously, this is one of the things which I agree with all the mechanics which they come and check the car, and that is good.
Bianca sounds like she's on the Jerry Springer show.
She does on steroids. She might have got horse pills off the doctor. Bianca, was a horse pills off your doctor? No, realistically, as I say, there's no saying that the proof in the pudding is the eating, and like in this case, the proof in the pudding is seeing. So Marcus has a couple of examples, and my car be used mainly for shops and for advertisement and that. But this work he's done can be seen by anybody. So if people were interested in getting the job done by Marcus and his crew, they would be able to see his previous work as well and see the quality of it. And as I say, it's a photographic if it's a restoration you're getting done other than just mechanical work, he does a photographic restoration. So there's 150 shots, I think, of my car on the site there as well, and it gives you an idea from beginning to end the state the car was in previously, and as he got stuck into it, as you saw, more and more rust in it and more repairs done, and then you see the finished product. So for people to see the car now on the road, find it hard to believe that the car was basically very rotten, and it was basically near enough it was borderline on whether it was salvageable or not.
Were enough to sell off the scrapyard?
Well, this is it really. We say, like, the car has been saved from that fate. And that's the way he thinks it's a sin, really, as well, that cars do go that direction. So he does his best every time to save every car or every panel he works on. So as a result, he's turned out some really lovely cars and some very happy customers.
What year is this car, this Capri S?
Well, my particular car is 83. So
83, and it looks like that. My
it's
God.
83, yeah. So
I'm in love. Does that car want to marry me?
it does want to marry you for about 30,000 euros. You want?
Yeah. Is that the price?
So
I wouldn't part with it. Would you believe? I've actually had it now for quite some time, and to get it in the state it's in now, which is something I've desired for a long time. It's a testament to Marcus how good actually the job is on it, that I would not sell the car. I'd actually rather hang on to the car now.
Martin,
yeah.
You did this car from an old woman, let's say, in a big, huge model now, and you want to sell it, isn't it? I saw the car and it really looks gorgeous.
It is. It's in fine condition now at this stage of the game, but it's been a while getting there, but it was well worth the haul. To be honest with you, as I say, if people look on the website, they'll see the car from beginning to end. It's hard to believe that it started off like it did and it's ended up now as it is. But as it's been said before, it does look very new because of all the hard work that's gone into it. But it's also a very usable car. Like, I use the car on a daily basis, which is great as well. So it's very, very well restored. It's a good, solid job as well, and it's really stood up the test of time as well, because it goes out in all weathers too. So yeah, it catches the eye everywhere as well, and people have good things to say about it because it's nostalgia. It brings back memories for a lot of people. But to see one in such good condition is very gratifying for me, and it's a real tip of the hat to GG Motors and Marcus's work in general.
And can you give us an address before we go with you, Martin? And where is website, address, and all the stuff where they could go down and get this guy?
Well, always the best way to get Marcus is really, because he, believe it or not, he's so busy as well. He usually checks his messages later on his website. On the website itself, ggmotors.ie, there is an area on it there where you can leave a message. And the message, whether you want work done or what you want to describe you have done, or whether you just want him to get back to you. And either Marcus or one of his team will definitely either email you back or phone you in person. You could leave a number on it as soon as he gets done. Usually at the end of the day, he checks through all the mail.
What if you're a gorgeous looking person like me?
A gorgeous looking person like you? Well, it depends on how much leg you show.
They'd be charged more. They'd be charged more.
I think you mightn't have much luck there, but you can give it a go anyway, you know.
I'll send him Bianca.
Send down Bianca. He should have a much better job of getting it done than you would. That's for sure. And I know by sound. I haven't even seen you, and I know by sound of it. No, but he always answers back his emails, and he'll either make a phone call. If you leave a message with a phone number on it, he'll ring you back directly as well. But he's delighted to talk to new customers as well, and as I say, being accommodating that he is. If you have something that doesn't run and it's at home, and you're half thinking about getting it restored, he'll certainly come out no problems at all and have a look at it and give you a genuine opinion on it. And you take it from there. And as I say, I've talked to a few people who've got work done on them already, and they were saying they were a bit iffy about getting anything done. But as soon as he arrived out and talked to them, they were straight away. They were sucked in, and they had to get it done straight away. So he's done quite a few jobs, and everybody that's had the work done off as well are delighted, and they've recommended other people as well. So yeah, he's pretty much out on his own now. He's offering a bespoke sort of service, whereas, as I say, he can handcraft and fabricate panels, whereas most people replace these items on cars. But once you start replacing them on cars as well, the car is not really original anymore. So at least with my car, all the panels are still original. They may have been repaired, some of them, but they're still the original panels that came from Ford on it. So they fit better, and the car looks a lot better too. Okay,
Martin, cheers for coming on with GG Motors as their representative on 103.2 Dublin City FM. It's been good.
It's been good for me as it's been good for you, I'm sure.
We'll chat to you very soon, yeah?
Absolutely, and if anybody wants to clock onto the website there, they can see all his cars, and especially the Capri on it there as well. And if they would like to send a message to Marcus at any stage as well, they're more than welcome to come down to the premises and see these cars in the flesh.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Martin.
You're more than welcome. Thanks, Fabio. Take care. Thanks for the phone call.
No problem.
Bye.
All the best. Enjoy the show. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
There you go, Martin representing GG Motors there on the Osry Road. Pimp my ride, please, to 103.2 Dublin City FM, isn't it, Bianca?
Yes, and on the way now, Todd Terry with Gypsy Man Bara Babatiri.
Hi to Anthony, hi to Shelby.